The following may not be suitable for children under the age of 18.
Hello, this is Creepy Jimmy, and you are listening to The Sky Genie Show, the absolute worst show ever.
Welcome to the Sky Genie Show, the absolute worst show you'll ever hear. I am the Sky Genie, so let's get ready to have some fun. And just to get this out of the way, because I know you want a Genie Jr. update, I know he drank a bottle of bleach. Surprisingly, nothing in his head changed. I mean, he acts exactly the same as he did before he drank the bleach. I don't know what that says about him, but hey, well, he's a special boy, and well, we gotta be nice. I'd like to give a few shout-outs. First to Yuck Nasty of Get In The Corner. You can check them out on Mixlr on Wednesday at 9 p.m. if you're in America. If you're in Australia like me, it's 11 a.m. on a Thursday. Secondly, Anthony Missionary Thomas of Wrestling Soup. You can check them out on Thursday on Mixlr at 9:30 p.m. or if you're in Australia like me, 11:30 a.m. on a Friday. Wrestling Soup also has another show called the Saturday Morning Shitbox, which is apparently sometime on Saturday in day or afternoon, but if you're in Australia, it's sometime at Sunday early in the morning. You can believe me about late night staying up for that. But it's an awesome show and you should really check it out. They also do post pay-per-view shows, which if you've seen, there is absolutely a lot of them. So please check them out. Wrestling Soup. Motherfucker. I didn't watch any shows, so I'm not going to review them. There's a bit of news around, so I'll probably talk about that. But first, a word from our sponsors. Yeah, that's right. Sponsors. This show sucks. Are you into random acts of bestiality, but you don't want to look weird in front of people? Well, get blow-up animals. Yes, blow-up animals. You can buy a whole range of them at a porno shop. There's cows, there's sheep, and there's ducks. Yes, that's right, ducks. And they have to make noises when you hit just the right spot. So get your blow-up doll animals today. Man, blow up ducks. Really, what the? Oh, we're on. Welcome back to the Sky Genie Show. If you'd like to support this show, if you go to the homepage of my YouTube channel, there's a little box where you can donate and send money to. Your donations will help this podcast with better quality, with sound, audio, and everything, and try to make the show a little bit better. And if you donate, I won't send you a blow-up duck. Well, I wasn't going to send you one anyway, but just so for your peace of mind, you ain't getting a blow-up duck. You can also follow me on Twitter at SDD916. I also have a Facebook group page, the Sky Genie Unofficial Official Group page. Check us out there and please join. On to some news, and we got a TNA update and another one that could be ending pretty soon. Rumor is that flights heading to Bound for Glory and the next set of TV tapings are said to be cancelled for a few superstars. I don't know who, I don't know if this is a legit source, but there's everything going around, and I'm seeing interviews online with Billy Corrigan doing interviews saying that they are trying to get everything all sorted out before Friday. And if TNA does not get enough money to buy TNA by the end of the week, TNA is pretty much dead. Which is really sad when you think about it, because I mean, people have criticized TNA, and I've seen people online that have said that they would love to see it go, and well, I mean, I have been critical of it, and I'm make no bones about it, but I do not want to see it actually go, because if TNA goes, where is the alternative? I mean, yes, you got Ring of Honor, yes, you got New Japan Pro Wrestling, and you got all these other PWGs and everything else, but it's a place for people to work, and take it from me as it's for me actually finding it hard to get an actual job. It's really hard to get work out there, and with possibly a roster full of talents being out of work, they're not exactly going to get work. If you remember when WCW went out of business, only a handful of people actually went to WWE or anywhere else. Some of them never wrestled on TV again. So really, it's a little sad, but it'd be sad to see him go. I would hope that if, say, WWE buys them out, that they at least get some sort of send-off, if at least for Bound for Glory to end it off. I mean, they could put it on a high note, and they could put it on their network as a story for when they do their probably Rise and Fall DVD of it. I mean, why not have a send-off? I mean, I can't see that as being too bad. Maybe WWE can fund it, let them have their last night, and if it goes out of business, yeah, that's fine, but at least give them some sort of send-off. It'd be pretty sad to me if TNA is kind of just gone dead, because I don't know, that's just me thinking that, and I know there's a lot of other people too, but what are you going to do? I've also read on websites that Paul Heyman has been interested in doing more creative behind the scenes work in WWE, and that Vince McMahon is not exactly against it, as he wants somebody to bounce ideas off. I mean, I like this idea a lot, because Paul Heyman, let's face it, if you remember SmackDown from the first time there was a draft split, it was awesome, because he had guys like Benoit, Angle, Guerrero, Edge, Rey Mysterio, and all these other guys coming up and really making a difference. It was considered one of the best shows SmackDown one of the best shows ever, and Raw was lackluster. But the thing is, and as Paul Heyman has found out with creative with Vince McMahon, he likes his yes man more. So, I mean, I hope it's a better working agreement this time. But I'm mixed on how to feel about this. But if it's all the good and it works out well, good, because WWE needs them right now. Because let's face it, ratings are in the toilet for both Raw and SmackDown. And something needs to change, because if they don't, I mean, they come to contract renewal, either they're going to get a really shitty deal for the next one, or they're going to be gone on TV as well. WWE won't end up like TNA because they lost their TV right. They're not going to be out of business like TNA is, because let's face it, WWE is a publicly traded company. They could always find somewhere else. But still, it kills a lot of power when they're not drawing. I mean, if nobody's watching, why would you have it on their network? End of discussion. What I've also been reading up that there's a Dusty Rhodes Classic, a second one, and I've only read a little bit of it and not really also skimmed through. From what I gather, there's meant to be a series of tag team matches throughout the next few weeks, leading up to Survivor Series weekend, where the next Takeover show is. I kind of like the idea. I have had an idea of my own to sort of do what they did with the Cruiserweight Classic and have it as a separate show. Maybe you can have it all have it all finish at the Takeover show, but have it sort of different, and also bring in teams from outside of WWE, like they did with the Cruiserweight Classic. Even if they don't sign the guys, that everybody at least get a little different and diverse and different. I mean, I thought, and if you remember last year's Dusty Rhodes Classic introduced Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano to WWE, so I don't think it'll be too much of a bad idea to introduce new teams that are not in WWE. That's just my feeling anyway. And lastly, I was going to talk about WWE 2K17 again. And from what I've been seeing, it's been looking really awesome. I mean, I saw things with universe mode. It looks like you can have 3 separate universes. So if you feel like the first one, you could have whatever's currently going on in WWE, and you could have a second one that's pretty much that is totally separate. So you could have probably, say, a TNA, or if you're like me, an old school fan, you could have the old NWA or AWA, or you could do sort of an Attitude Era where you have Raw, where you have WWE, WCW, and ECW, and all these awesome storylines that have happened in the past. I mean, I think it's a great idea. Me personally, I'll probably be doing NWA with all the territories like I did in 2K16. I mean, I thought that's very cool. Creation Suite looks really awesome. I'm waiting to see create an arena, and I'm really looking forward to playing as the Fabulous Freebirds. And of course, you don't get Terry Gordy, but you can't have them all, right? Yeah, so I would say it's a definite pickup. And when the game comes out, as I said in the first one, I am definitely going to review this game. And shout outs to Smack Talks, It's My Art, and the 101, because they tirelessly put out so much content with these games all year round, with whether it's calls, whether it's news, whether it's live streams with the rosters. They're really fun channels and very informative in case you get confused on something. That they will easily help you out. So please check them out. And that should wrap it up for this episode of the Sky Genie Show. Please check us out on Facebook and Twitter. And please continue to... And if you'd like to support this show, there's a button right there for donations. So if you really like to donate, please do. But please know this show will always be free. I'm not going to force you to donate or anything like that. But if you can help out in some way, that would be great, because your donations will help to improve the quality of this show. I mean, it's not the worst show in the world for nothing, right? Anyway, well, thank you for listening, and see you next time.